not going to be responsible for all 65,000 codes in the book. It's better if you concentrate just on the ones you will be responsible for. The ICD structure is different from between 9 and 10, as we all know. Some of the features are in I-10, the code starts with a letter of the alphabet instead of a number. But the category is still going to be the same. So the first 3 digits are still identical as far as describing a category of code as they were in I-9. But in I-9, we had only up to 2 digits after that, so we had a total of 5. And those represented cause and source. However, in I-10, we have cause, location, severity, and then we have a final 7th digit for an extension. So in the 2 examples that I'm giving you on the screen here on slide 2, the first code, 629.31 in I-9, represents erosion of the implanted vaginal mesh or other prosthetic materials surrounding the organ or tissue, and when we get to I-10, there will be an identical code for this, but now the code is much longer, as we can see, beginning with the letter T, and it ends with an extension A, because this means that this was an initial encounter that the patient had for this erosion of mesh, and we'll just talk about that very quickly. So you can see there's going to be some visual differences for you, and frequently, even when our providers tell us, well, I really don't know the code numbers, and that's what my coders are for, if they're using currently an EHR, they do see it printed on the page, and it is being at least put in their brain of what the code looks like. So now suddenly they're going to be visualizing something that looks entirely different, and that may lead people to say, oh, well, it's too hard, I can't figure out these codes, that kind of a thing. But just think of it as it's just an identifier. It has more things attached to it, but the basic explanation of the code is going to be typically the same, with some differences that will go along as we go through this presentation. So I'd like to start with some of the special conventions that are going to be applicable just to GYN coding. Unfortunately, we are going to have some codes where that 7th digit is going to require an extension for whether or not the patient was seen during an initial encounter, a subsequent encounter, or if it's being seen for a sequela for a condition. So for the initial encounter, the ICD-10 people have explained this as any event where the patient is still being seen for active treatment of a condition. Now, as far as they're concerned, this would be, for instance, in our area of expertise, that patient who presented with the exposure of the vaginal mesh after she had her anterior colporrhaphy, and the first visit, the physician looks at it, says, yes, I'm evaluating it, and yeah, we definitely